Audra at Home is filmed in front of a live Pitbull audience. Good morrow, all my queerdos, weirdos, and barojos. I hope you are having a good day. I am. So this is gonna be an odd little video. First of all, I'm getting ready for a new makeup nonsense bingo. But if you haven't been paying attention lately, or you didn't know, or you missed a few videos, they're here somewhere. You know, hang around on my channel. Check out all the things that I have. I have cards popping up here and there. There'll be like 2 videos at the end of this video that you can watch. So, you know, get into it, okay? But I am way into horror. Like, I love horror movies. And one of the things I'm gonna start doing is going back to my Terror Tuesdays, which I will have that linked somewhere. And because like I love talking about horror movies, like good ones, bad ones, all type of ones. And in today's video, I'm gonna be talking about the Netflix film The Ritual. Now this one's pretty old. It's like, it's not new, but the reason I'm talking about it now is because I hadn't seen it in a while. And I don't know what made me think of it. Like, I feel like something in particular had me thinking like, you should watch The Ritual. I don't know how else to explain it. Anyway, I'm gonna be doing this, it's 2017. Oh my God, that was 4 years ago. Is that the right math? Yes, we're gonna say it is. No, is it not? No. 7 plus 5, 12, and 7 plus 6 is 13. Oh my goddess. Anyways, 5 years ago. It's a 2017 movie. And normally I would be talking and putting on my makeup, talking about the movie. However, I talked through the movie with Emily, Emily Han, and I was just like telling them the movie, and I don't think I can do it better than that. So I'm gonna be playing the audio of me explaining this movie to Emily. There's gonna be a lot of different things intercut throughout, so like just bear with me. This will be odd, and it won't be like this every time, but this one I wanted to do this way because I wanted to. Because I wanted to. No, I just feel I can't do it better than that. I really can't. I cannot do it better than that. Now it's gonna be bleeped all to hell. So like, cause you know, when I'm telling a story to a friend, there's a lot of F-bombs. So like, and you know, I might pop in every so often to like talk about like the makeup that I'm putting on my face. None of which will be linked in the description box below because that's who I am as a person. But I do have affiliate links in my description box. I also have unaffiliated codes for Sugar Drizzle restocking June 4th. You should check it out. Get you 10% off using code Audra. And also for Lethal Cosmetics, code Audra. Both of those are unaffiliated. I make no money. You get 10% off. Yeah. I don't know why I got weird and bro. Anyway, take it away. Other me. Go me telling Emily the story whilst we put on the makeups. You know what? I was sitting there telling like other me to go ahead, but I do want to tell you, I'm going to put on this Very Valentino foundation, the broad spectrum SPF, because even though it's nighttime, I'm going to wear it. There's no reason for it. I'm just gonna. All right, now I can have other me take it away. I'm not putting on a primer because I don't want to. Let's go. Go to other me talking. The movie, like I think a lot of people see it as like this redemption movie. And it is, but it isn't. So it's like these 5 guys are friends. 2 of them go into a convenience store that starts getting robbed tweakers. It's like a British film. Starts getting robbed by these like 2 fuckers, and we'll call him Coward. Coward is like in the kind of back of the store when this happens, and soon to be dead friend, spoiler, but obviously like the tweakers kind of like start freaking out or whatever. And Coward is like still like, you know, cowering back there like, what the fuck, this is scary. And soon to be dead guy kind of looks back to see
if, you know, Coward is, you know, still in the store or wherever, or that he's safe or whatever. And then, like, the fucking tweakers just fucking crack his goddamn skull. And it's like...
Okay, just a quick note that I'm hoping that I had a good spot to interrupt here. So, because I have no idea. I should actually just be playing it. Let me actually, like, play it out loud. Anyways, point is, I'm going to interrupt myself right quick. Because if you like the way that this foundation looks on me, words, what are the words that you're trying to say? Give yourself a minute. It's all right. Let your brain slow down for a second. And what you were trying to say is that the Catrice foundation, same thing. And it's like $14. There we go. Back to me chatting. All right, I'm gonna make an assumption of where I am at this point in time because I didn't think this through, as I often don't whenever I'm trying something new. Also, don't be upset that I sound weird. Okay.
So the 4 survivors, Coward, cheekbones, because man, he's got cheekbones. Hottest guy there, and you know, nerd, complaining nerd, all decide to go on a hike in honor of their, like, fallen friend. They're like, yeah, let's go hiking, which I don't understand how that is what you do. Like, oh, our friend was murdered, let's go to the woods. No.
Hi. So at some point in this recording, I do believe that I say something to the effect of, I fell asleep at some point and I missed something. Well, apparently I fell asleep at the beginning. I have this thing where I like just fall asleep and it feels like I've been asleep for a really long time. Anyway, that's neither here nor there. The point is, the reason that they're going on this hike into the woods, which they're going to Switzerland or Sweden, I can't remember, is because that is what soon to be dead friend, wanted to do for their annual man trip. And since he was now, you know, dead, I guess he should now be called now dead friend. Since he's dead, they're doing it in his honor. So I guess I can see why one would do such a thing. All right. Anyways, this is so funny because, you know, this is what happens when you try to pour one out for the homies. Like, it's so long. It's so long. I'm like, fam, how much booze did you put in here? I'm so sorry, but look at, like, okay, we're going to get into it. Sorry.
So they're hiking and shit starts getting wild. And they roll up in this area where, like, some animal or something has been, like, fucking disemboweled. Which to me, I'm like, you know what? Let's turn back. You know, that would be me. I'd be like, let's turn back. I just saw a disemboweled animal. I don't think we should keep moving forward. But these are white people, so they just keep moving forward. They camp out because they're lost or whatever. They're like, oh, fuck, let's camp. They wake up and shit has gone, like, awry in the middle of the night. There's, like, screaming. One of them's, like, praying to shit. They're, like, naked. And they're like, what the fuck happened? And then they don't want to talk about it. They're like, let's just go. See, now me, if we had bypassed the disemboweled animal, okay? We bypass that and continue moving forward. Then we wake up in the middle of the night, like, naked, scratching, screaming, praying to shit. This isn't like, let's just get out of here. This is we need to have a conversation about what's happening. I think we should stop moving. I think we should stay exactly where we are.
Listen, though, I think that when we wake up tomorrow, we should think about just going back out the way we came.
If I were a demon deer, I think that I would want us to move forward more. I think I would lead us into more evil. So let's just not move. Maybe whatever time period that this thing is, but let's just not move. Also, why didn't we bring cell phones? Just a question. And you can see all day long, like, oh, it was 2018. The phones work in the woods. Stop it. And I'm like, there's no towers. The emergency still works. They set that up early aughts. That, like, 911 and all that still works regardless. It might not be able to ping exactly where you are, but the message will make it through. And they also did that regardless of whether or not you paid your bill, because people should always be able to call 911, that was so ridiculous. Like, how the fuck were you having people have cell phones and then be like, sorry, you didn't pay your bill, so you can't call 911 now that your boyfriend's trying to murder you. So
I got jiggy with it and I forgot to do concealer, so we're gonna try to reverse engineer this look. And yeah, like, now let's get back into the story, I guess. I hope you're enjoying it. The look, the voiceover with the wind and the outside noise and me wandering around my home. Great.
they get up and they're like trudging around in the fucking woods. They don't know where they're going. Cheekbones is the camper. He's like, yeah, let's just like try to find our way. We got to go like southwest or whatever bullshit man directions he says. And they're like, yes. He knows the woods. He understands woodsy shit. And they're listening to him. But the nerd with the glasses and apparently the attitude starts getting on Coward's case about like how Coward's like, yo, we really do need to talk about this. This shit was weird and there's something big in the fucking woods. I just saw it. Like I literally saw something like fucking ginormous. I didn't see exactly what it was, but it was fucking huge and it kind of woomed in the shadows and I think we need to get the fuck out of here like ASAP, fam. And then nerd with the glasses and the attitude is like, oh, you got all this vim and vigor now, nigga, but where were you when our friend got his skull crushed in the convenience store? And then Coward is like, oh, what the fuck? We are not friends.
You are not my fucking friend anymore. You are not my fucking friend anymore.
I'm not.
No, you're fucking not.
You are not. You are literally not gonna tell me that I'm responsible for our friend's death and then just sit there. I'm gonna knock them glasses off your fucking face.
Vindicated. Yeah.
So he's like, we're not friends. You are not my friend anymore. I'm like, the fuck? You're not my friend anymore? What are you, 12? But anyway, they get into a bit of an argument. And he's like, is this how everybody feels? And, you know, they do the white thing with where they're kind of like, not like exactly, but like, yes. And they're like, well, Cheekbone's like, let's just get the fuck out of here. And they're like, all right. So they go to sleep. More fucking weird goddamn nightmares. More weird screaming. Coward wakes up. He's like, the fuck is going on out here? Shit is weird. He has to get like glasses. Glasses is once again nuded up. And I'm not sure if it's because he's the pudgiest of the group, but he spends a lot of time accidentally nude. Anyway, that's happened to him. The, you know, Cheekbones is missing, all right? You're like, where in the fuck is Cheekbones? So they're like, we gotta go find him. So it's Nerd, Coward, and most handsome Indian man is what I'm gonna say, but most handsome. So the three of them are like, let's go find Cheekbones. And as they're walking along, they're like, oh, Cheekbones disemboweled in the motherfucking trees. They're like, goddamn, this is the motherfucker who knew the woods. He knew the woods. Now we're fucked because none of us know the woods. Cheekbones knew the woods. How are we gonna get the fuck out of here? And Coward is like, just hold on. And they get him down, you know. And he's like, let me find the goddamn compass. And he's like trying to get it off of him because, but you know, he's grizzled. He's kind of opened the fuck up. It's hard to do. It's hard. But he does it anyway, you know. Coward is getting, you know, he's getting brave. So then they're like, all right, let's get this done. But you know what? In the night or some shit, they're like wandering around in the night. No, it's not the night yet. They wander around, and Coward's like, yo, I found it. I fucking found it. And he goes up, and like the other two are like fucking laying there because they're like, I guess tired or whatever. They're like, oh, we're tired. And Coward's like, no, we gotta get the fuck out of here. Come on, let's go. And he just kind of keeps going. Doesn't realize they ain't behind him. And he sees the end of the woods, but also he sees these like lights. And he's like, yo, there's lights out there too. Like, y'all gotta see this. Hello? He goes down there looking for them. They are what? Missing. He's like, what the fuck? So he starts running because he's like, oh, goddamn. Now, he's running for his life, but he smashes into a tree. Of course he does, because he is a coward. Boonk into the tree. He is nervous. He is scared. And just as you think, like, okay, it's gonna be all right, he gets kicked in the fucking head. And you know, you're like, oh no. But you hear this, like every time the thing in the woods shows up, you hear this noise. It's like, Mah. And then like you sometimes see it's like yellow eyes and you're like, oh my God. So now it's the three of them. But like, I don't exactly know what happened to Handsome Indian Man because I think I fell asleep a little bit and I have only seen this movie one other time. But it is now down to Coward and the irritated nerd who has all this fucking attitude. Now, nerd is like, listen fam, this shit is rough, okay? What the fuck? But these people come shuffling in the fucking, and of course she's some like gross, like kind of witchy looking old white lady. And she's just like chewing on some shit. And she looks over at fucking Coward and she pulls his shirt down and she sees these marks on his chest. And then she like pulls her shirt down. So she got the same goddamn marks. See, this is a cult. So she lets him have some fucking water. He's like, oh my God, thank you so much. She's like, good, 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 good. And then she just like looks over at the nerd guy. And she's like, walks off. Don't give him no goddamn water. That's what you get for accusing your friend of letting your other friend die. So anyway, but you know, Coward is feeling good. He's like, no, give him some water. But then they take Nerd. All right. And this shit is very upsetting because when they take Nerd, like you don't see what's happening, but you hear him screaming for his fucking life. And some other girl comes shuffling in, which I think is a girl that you saw in a picture from 1984 somewhere in the woods. I forgot that part, but it doesn't really matter. And she's like, they're preparing him for the sacrifice. And Coward's like, bitch, what? A sacrifice? She's like, yeah. And she's like, listen, here's how it goes down. When the time comes, you gonna have to bow down to the God that we all, you know, that big thing that you kept kind of seeing at the corner of your eye? You gonna have to bow down to that motherfucker, okay? Because like, otherwise he's gonna hang you from the trees. And I'm pretty sure you saw someone hanging from the trees at some point. You don't get all the way here without seeing somebody hung from the trees. And he's like, bitch, I do not want to be hung from the trees. She's like, them's the rules. And he's like, who says? And she walks off. So then they bring Nerd back. And Nerd is looking all kinds of fucked up. You don't even know what they did to him. And actually, I don't want to know because I feel like it has something to do with anal probing and I just don't want to deal with it. So he looks over at Coward and he was like,
do you understand? You don't stop. You keep going. You live.
But here's what I want you to do. Burn this bitch the fuck down. And he's like, oh, and then they take him. And so you're like, oh, fuck. So now you realize they're getting him ready. They have him like up on the fucking thing. And, you know, of course, Nerd is just like, what are you waiting for? Come and get me. And then the reveal of the creature happens. Now, at first he's scary, but then he reaches out his people hands and it's not scary anymore. He's got this like big hood with these like little eyes, they're like little gold eyes. And you're kind of like, what the fuck is it? And then he just like reaches out with his people hands. I don't know if they just didn't have money for the effects. I don't know if they meant that to be purposeful, but the people hands is weird. It's fucking weird. It's not scary. Like, you're just like, why does it have people hands? Anyway, and it like, but the thing is, you think Nerd is seeing his wife, who for some inexplicable reason is a black woman. I guess cultural diversity. So, and he's like thinking he's talking to her, but it really is the thing with the people hands, and it grabs him and it's like staring into his fucking eyes, you know what I mean? And apparently, from what I can gather, this demon thing feeds on like people who have, like the people who chooses seem to be the people who have the most cowardice, the most fear, the most docile. And I say this because like the first time you kind of encounter like the wild, weird fucking hallucinations, you see him in the fucking convenience store again, like reliving that moment. And then he like looks up and he goes, coward. Coward can kind of see this shit happening through the slats, and he's been like prepping himself to get the out of here. He had to break his own goddamn thumb to get out of these ropes, which, listen, couldn't be me. I'm bow down. I'm bow down to the creature. Like, it's fine. It's fine. Like, I'll teach these motherfuckers how to eat good food. It's fine. Bye, friends. Listen, I'm not that person. I'm gonna bow down to the people hands creature, and it's gonna be fine. I'm gonna live. I'm gonna live. And like also you stay young forever? All right, that's the deal I'll take. So, so, you know, he escapes. He starts setting all this shit on fire. And like, just like his friend told him to, he just starts setting the shit on fire, starts to like fucking escape. He fucks up the rest of the community. He's like fucking shit up, just like G.I. Joe in this motherfucker. And he's like trying to get out. And just as he's like about to escape or whatever, you know what? People Hands gets a hold of him. And People Hands like, nah, bow the fuck down. And keeps trying to make him bow. And he's like, I'm not gonna fucking bow down because I have already been a coward one too many times in my life. And my cowardice killed my friend. It didn't, sir. It didn't. Your cowardice saved you and your friend, because they would be out there in the woods, just 3 of them, you know, instead of 4. Because they were tweakers found. So this creature, People Hands, just keeps trying to push him down, and he's like, I will not be fucking pushed down. And then he has an axe, and he like whacks it in the fucking thing's head, and that thing is like, Wah! And he fucking runs, and then he gets to the outskirts of the forest to where the light touches shit, and that thing is just looking at him, Wah! And he goes, Wah! Right back at it, Wah! Wah! And then he runs away and escapes, and that's the end of the goddamn movie.
All right, so this is the final look. If this video gets, 100 likes, I will definitely be doing another one of these. This time I'll actually be talking during it instead of having the voiceover, but like sometimes I'm just telling, like I'm working through it and I won't be able to do it better than that. So I'm just gonna share this with you in all its chaos. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please do me a favor, give this video a big thumbs up, and then that way the algorithm goddess can do what she does best, which is push me further down into the algorithm so I can continue to do whatever the fuck I want to. This video, as is all of my videos, is sponsored by my patrons and channel members who are running across the screen or rolling up the screen as we speak. I would not be able to create this super fun. Like, I'm enjoying this so much. I had such a good time with this, and I'm looking forward to doing more. Like, tune in for The Invitation. That's gonna be my next one. If you have any movies that you're thinking, horror specifically, that you would like me to talk about, $drop those below. And Yum. That's that on that, All right, remember it costs $0 to be kind. It's so good for your soul, because if you don't take care of it, I'm sure shit coming for yours. Until next time, XOXO. Gothic girl. Wow, okay, I like the suggestion. I should have got more green, but it's too late now. Psst.